Tootsie baby. Oh, you are already in zoomy mode. Yeah, you can go hunting. It's okay. I love you. I just sewed Tootsie her first two buttons for the fluid pet talking buttons that I got for Sybil Tribble. You want me to scritch it for you? Yeah, she can lick her butt. Okay. Well, I got a quick drying thing that I put under the bath mat so it will help it last longer and not get moldy and stuff, which I've learned to get pretty good about. And as I was looking at this box, I thought, oh man, this is like the perfect thickness and smoothness and all the things to make Catan border tiles out of. So here, these I recently, these are the gold hexes with flowing water along the lines of rivers. And I added shiny gold flecks to help me see it quickly and make it more accessible, mostly for kicks, but also just because it's useful. This is the old original Rivers of Catan, old one, a great river, before proper rivers were incorporated into the Traders and Barbarians sets. So I just took anything river, put gold on it. This one's kind of unique. The swamp area, you can harvest gold, but nothing else. Here you get gold and brick. It kind of depends on what you do with it, but you got options. So these are the first swamp tiles we see in official up until 5th edition, 6th edition Catan. Yeah, I have all these tiles from all these different sets that all incorporate gold, and then this is different. These are some that I made. This is for the Pride hex. I might do a little more decoration, but I don't think so. Probably just noting that it's Trevor Project fundraiser. And then these are Sunset Over the Salt Marsh that I did for sort of part of my sustainable agriculture and eco-friendly sets. This is the Catan Catart, the Catan cart, with the player pieces, basically everything you need for a mega board on the cart, except some edge pieces. I do have most of the hexes that are multi-purpose and official here. And then in this bin, I've got edge pieces galore. Let me show you. So this is a great organizer by Simit Prince 3D. And I don't know if his name is Simit or Simit, but I should ask. Okay. Made this amazing organizer. Yeah, Tootsie's in full zoomy mode. Good girl, that's good hunting. I'm so proud of you. It perfectly fits a whole bunch of goodies. Simit's kit is meant to hold everything that you possibly need for the original base and extension sets and expansions. And then I ended up with multiple. Some I've made myself, some I've purchased or like sourced for free or whatever. And then some of these I got like a whole bunch real cheap as a lot on eBay. And I think they're original, like they're in German. They're really old, thick MDF tiles. Some of them must be biggest army and longest road. Some are the building costs, but most are just hexes. Yeah, to see you hunting fierce. I'm so proud of you. Thanks for keeping me safe from all those danger toys. Good girl. And so I like to keep my like water hexes and those ones in here. I've got the fishing ones in here too. It's just convenient because I had another organizer from Sneak. This is a good one that includes all the major hexes. And then there's like this little one that's also very useful for some of my homemades, or if we're like flipping over hexes, as in Fog Islands, some of the dragon ones, some of the ones that I make where you deserts turn into things. I can't think of what else. A bunch of mine that have to do with sustainable agriculture let you upgrade land. So this used to be kind of an inarable hill, and it could even be something like a craggy mountain, no, not mountain, but like a hill that was too steep to be arable. And then you make terraces, and it's farmable, and this has its own rules and everything. But a couple of my homemades let you do stuff like that. Oh, this one's really cool. So there's a great project going across a lot of the Sahel in Africa. So like from west to east, many, many countries. There's some cool effort. Of course, locals are running a lot of it, but using local techniques from hundreds of years ago, thousands of years ago in some cases, which is very cool, to collect very limited moisture in an area called the Sahel. Not the Sahara, but the Sahel, which you can often find south of it. The Great Green Wall of Africa is one name for a project of reclaiming some very close to desert land to be closer and closer to an agricultural or just nature forest. So there are half moons, there are these bars, there's a bit of a topological terracing, and things like that. So this sort of this would replace a regular desert tile after you invest so much into the soil reclamation. And it's collaborative. So those who settle and invest on here build this land up, and it ends up being way more valuable than a regular tile. It involves a little bit of a fundraiser for an NGO that I haven't quite decided which one yet, but it's going to be cool. Anyway, educational and awesome, but very sweet. Another version of desert becoming something cool. Avatar: The Last Airbender had this beautiful library under the desert. I'm so proud of my desert painting there, with knowledge-seeking foxes and an owl god, Doctor Who, all sorts of good stuff. So I have all these extra tiles. Some are more official Catan, some are my own thing. And of course, all of mine are not necessarily just for Catan, but hex-based games. This is from Amethyst Caverns, mildly inspired by Minecraft, but not exactly. Anyway, so I have all these tiles. What am I going to do to keep it all straight? So the idea is I have edge pieces, and I have a really big couple of tables I can pop up. And you can combine these, making piece, and usually you can do a big hexagon or a parallelogram or whatever if you're combining these ones that start out as a straight line but then have a bit of an angle, and it's one angle of a hexagon. So 120. Here we go. And these straight ones. You can only go so far with the straight pieces before there's a little bit of wiggle waggle and repetition, especially since I've noticed there are more of certain harbors on certain pieces, especially if you, like me, have combined lots of mismatched things. I've got a bunch of sheep and a bunch of 3-to-1s and a bunch of blank ones, but not so many of the other resources, and certainly the ones that I like to have my own little harbors for gold, fish, amethyst, whatever. It varies. So what I'm going to do is create a very long version of this sort of piece, but with multiple jiggy-joggies, multiple zigzags out of this giant cardboard box. That way it's easier to make a mega board on the table. Sorry this video is kind of hard to see. Eventually, if people like my YouTube stuff, I'll get like actual equipment. But for now, this is what we got. Thanks for checking it out. Thanks for listening. Wish me luck. Bye.